Yes, sir. Please tell us about the conference.
Right, right. Uh, it's a tremendous pleasure, a moment of joy and honor for me to be standing next to Professor Majumdar and Mrs. Majumdar and their daughter in a place of learning, the establishment of which has been inspired by humanitarian concern. The humanitarian concern of Professor Majumdar, then as a teacher and as a fellow human being to a student. The inspiration that he drew from an incident of a sick student and the relation that he brought from that sick student between humans and called that, based on botanical knowledge and research, symbiosis, is remarkable. And we saw that that feeling and the vision combined with it brought us to what we witnessed this morning. More than 85 countries in India learning and living side by side. That is an example of how we can reach human brotherhood and sisterhood, and through that, peace. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Very much for joining us for this small interview, sir. Our first question is, you came to this campus. Is it the first time you're coming, and how do you find the Symbiosis Institute?
Oh yes, it is the first time I'm coming to the campus, and I think like many other invitees like me have found this campus to be a very exciting place, a very modern and very well appointed campus, and a very energetic group of students.
Also, sir, this is kind of first time Symbiosis Institute, Symbiosis International University is organizing a conference of this magnitude, wherein important issues like international relations between two important continents, this Indian subcontinent and African continent, it is being discussed in this conference. How significant the deliberations which will happen for next year?
Well, I think it is a very timely initiative which has been taken, because in India, diplomacy has been carried out in a kind of a separate compartment by the Ministry of External Affairs. Academic work on international relations has been sort of carried out in another compartment. There has been very little interaction between the two sides, and I think it is extremely important for practitioners to have the backup of the academic world, and for the academic world to also have a window into what really happens on the ground. So by having a conference like this and bringing practitioners also to the conference, you provide a platform for what is a very valuable interaction, and I would certainly hope that this kind of interaction is continued in the future, and I would like to congratulate Symbiosis for taking the initiative.
Right, you spoke about the initiatives, sir. But if you see the last these 2 days organization of this conference, how do you see, what's your comments on the subjects which we are going to talk about? And
well, international relations is a very wide subject. So I think it has been good that there has been a focus on one particular theme for this conference, because it then enables you to go much deeper into the subject. So I hope that in future conferences of this kind, we can focus on specific areas. For example, India and multilateralism. How does India work together with the United Nations? Or some aspect of India's neighborhood policy. How does India pursue its policies towards its neighbors? What do academic experts think about this? What do practitioners think about it? I think those kind of conferences would be extremely useful.
right,
Okay?
thank you very much.
Okay.
How did you find the campus, sir?
Very beautiful. I didn't miss my home.
Oh, thank you so much. Sir, what significance does this conference hold in terms of India's international relations?
In fact, today's conference, as I hear, it's the first of its kind being held in Symbiosis. But that's not to say India doesn't have influence all over. In fact, today's conference crystallized and further clarified that India is engaged in the region and also at the global level in terms of its development, particularly in terms of providing the needed assistance for its partner developing countries. So today it further justified that India has a very strong role to play in the region and at the global level.
What are your thoughts on the delegates and the organizational part of the conference?
Very excellent. I mean, excellent in the sense the team behind organizing this successful event, I imagine they worked day and night to come at this point. And for the participants, I think it is an experience for me because of the level of talk, the level of themes, and the kind of issues discussed clearly reflected that the participation was from different backgrounds. Particularly when I talked to some of the colleagues, they were from the foreign service background and they had a very wide view of India and other countries where they worked.
You just had an interactive session with the students. How was it, sir? How was the interaction?
In fact, very good. I was surprised that we had many British students in Pune. If I am right, there are around 89 students, I believe. And they, like me, they feel at home. And the fact that, as I mentioned, the setting is as similar as our own country, so they don't miss much. And I enjoyed talking to them. And some of them shared some of their views on our present government, based on which I responded, and I feel satisfied with my responses.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to
Have a
you.
good day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So was this your first visit to our SIU Lovely campus?
Yes, this is my first visit.
So how do you like the campus in general?
Well, I think it's a beautiful place, and we are thankful that some African students are also here to get some education from India.
Okay, sir. So, and the conference that's just going on, how significant do you think it's going to be?
Well, this is a very significant conference because of the fact that we are going to share experiences, and particularly on the area of health sector. Since my sector is health, I'm going personally to speak about health.
Okay, sir.
And I think India has got quite a wide experience on the area of pharmaceuticals, on the area of curative services, particularly tertiary health services, and also on IT, particularly in areas like telemedicine. So as Africans, we think we have a lot to learn from India, and we are here to foster some cooperation and collaboration between academic institutions in the area of academics and research, but also from the private sector in the area of business, particularly pharmaceutical business.
Thank you, sir, for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
So good afternoon, ma'am. So is this you're coming here for the first time in this campus? Is this the first time you're coming here to the campus? So how is the experience here in Symbiosis International University's campus till now?
I'm extremely impressed of what I have seen since the morning, and I was extremely pleased of seeing this cooperation between the students here and their professors. The way that they have received us in a very welcoming way, that we all as the guests, international guests for the university, felt extremely warmed by the way that we were received by both by the student and by their professors and by all those who are really organizing this important conference.
Okay. And so this conference which you're seeing, the international relations, so how significant do you think this will be, and how much influence it will be, how much will it influence?
I think it's very important to be connected on all levels, academic levels, foreign relation levels, educational level. All levels of cooperation is welcomed, especially being here representing my country, Iraq. Iraq, which has been a long time in a good relation with India, and today even more strengthened in the relation on all levels, whether it is on the political level, and the educational level, and the cooperation of the health sector and many other sectors. So I think it's an important occasion where we can exchange experience from one hand, and also benefit and learn from other experience on international level and on the local level. And it's also very important step towards more cooperation for the future, whether it is locally in India, whether it is in this important university or other universities, and the universities in Iraq and all the countries.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a great time.
Thank you very much for
ma'am.
receiving us.
Welcome to Symbiosis, ma'am. Ma'am, is this the first time that you're coming here?
Yeah,
Okay, ma'am, how do you find the campus?
excellent, fabulous campus,
How was the experience in being here?
very nice. If I was a student, I would have joined Symbiosis.
Okay, ma'am, in terms of the conference, what would you say is the significance and the deliberations that would come out of the conference this time?
See, if different spokesperson will share his experience, and definitely that will be benefit for grooming MBAs and recognition. For example, I'll be going to speak on social franchising, and many more will be interesting to that, because franchising, it's all over. It's a era of franchising.
Yeah.
We have seen a lot of franchising like McDonald's and all others. In healthcare sector also it will benefit.
Right. So, ma'am, in terms of the campus, how do you think it would help the students in understanding the...
Students may opt for, especially students who are opting for healthcare management. So this will help them to understand that how we can get business from a private practitioner in terms of if they are franchise of agreement, quality service, the same type of services with the affordable. So we talk of equity, accessibility, cost effectiveness and access. So that's all franchise means.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
So thank you, sir, for coming all the way. So how do you find the campus, firstly?
Beautiful, outstanding.
Okay, sir.
Nestled in the hills, thick forest is very a rare sight nowadays.
Okay, sir.
And you must be all very happy to live here, study here.
So secondly, sir, regarding the convention that's going on right now, how significant do you think it's for the students and the people who are around here?
You know, it is very important to understand the aspect of economic development partnership, because otherwise we always talk in terms of political relations, strategic relations, military aspects. These are of course important, but also important is the number of opportunities to two countries have, or bilaterally or multilaterally, to develop relationship. And this whole objective of this conference is that India has friendship with number of countries in Asia and Africa, how that is being promoted, how it can be further promoted, and for which you have number of possibilities. So I think students will benefit a great deal from listening to the speakers and how they project this aspect of development partnership.
Thank you so much for talking to us, sir. Thank you.
So you've come here for the first time in this campus, I believe?
Not first time.
Not first time. Before?
Couple of times earlier. Yeah.
So what is your experience this time, since the conference has been conducted in such a high magnitude? What's your experience till now in this campus?
I feel this is an opportunity for very few people get to attend such wonderfully organized conference on a topic which is going to address the issues which are of interest to the people who work at the international level. And certainly this experience gathering or experience sharing has a great value as far as those who are participating in this conference. It is also true that those who are going to be here will be the messengers, and they will carry home the message from this conference, which has chance of being translated into action as and when they go back.
And how significant do you think this international conference will be? How much will it influence all the relations?
I'm sure, as a matter of fact, because the participants here are the decision makers, the participants are also the policy makers and students. So I think this has this kind of a broad value, or you can say the likelihood of its impact is definitely there, because of the different type of people participating in this conference have the different perspectives, and they are likely to translate, as I told earlier, into action depending upon their perception and depending upon their sphere of operation.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope all these relations do transfer after all. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
I'm from Iraq. My name is Muhammad. I'm a student for MA English, Pune University.
Pune University.
Yes.
So is this the first time that you've come here?
No, it's my second time.
Okay, so how do you like the campus?
As usual, it's perfect and well organized, and they're cooperating. They very cooperative and everything. And we want to see more like this conference in the future.
Okay, so how has the experience been today? What have you?
It's from my side, it's very very exciting. I meet a lot of Iraqi parliaments here, a lot of foreigners affairs here. They are representatives, so on and so forth.
Cool. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
So you've come here to the international conference. So as an international student, how has your experience been till now?
Actually, it's a good experience. We meet many students and friends from other countries. So we take experience from another one, and also we discuss our problems in India with the Minister of Human Rights of Iraq. And it was good and something unique for me, because it's the first time I meet many people from different countries.
So you finally got something to take back home?
Yeah, I took many photos actually with many people from different countries, and also maybe I will not see my friends in another places. So today we met together. It's like the Christmas.
Okay,
really.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you. So this the first time you have come to this campus?
No.
Okay, so you've come here. So now since this entire conference is being held in such a big magnitude, so what is your experience till now?
When you say big magnitude, the only fact is that for the first time, I think the president was here. I guess Symbiosis once hosted the president. The vice president being here is a big thing for Symbiosis, and also we're looking at the follow-up of tomorrow's program. But the theme of the program being that how India facilitates education in the Asia and the African region is quite a think tank. I mean, it is an initiative by Symbiosis which is very, very good, in the sense that it is trying to get people, mobilizing them and bringing them to the common table to think about developing human resources in these two very important regions.
Okay, so how significant do you think this conference will be as a student to you?
Well, we come from countries which are relatively developed in terms of education. We appreciate these types of initiatives, and Symbiosis taking this huge step forward and volunteering and shouldering the burden of bringing people to this common platform and making them discuss and open up their views regarding this particular very important subject is praiseworthy. For me, it is quite. I'm very delighted that Symbiosis is doing this, because India itself needs to look into its own human resource development in terms of college and universities, and at the same time partnering with African countries and Asian countries is a very big achievement. Yes.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a great time here. So first question, what's your name? And where are you from? I know a name and phone.
My name is Changchip Dorji, and then I come from Bhutan, and I study in Indian Law Society, and it's under University of Pune. And then this is for the third time that I am visiting this international Symbiosis International University, and it's really, really awesome.
Okay. So in the past 3 years, do you think anything has gone better? Like it's gone above, since this has become, they've made it in a bigger magnitude this time. So what is your experience this time?
Since I came here only around 6 months back, I see differences. You know, like Especially to the best of my knowledge, I visited only once in the campus, but in this campus, but I visited the whole campus twice, and yeah, really I can see so many differences.
Okay, so how significant do you think as an international student this international conference will be to you?
First of all, I would like to say that this IR conference is really helpful in a way, like it will really promote international peace and prosperity, because the world is developing, and then in this 21st century we cannot live in isolation, and then this symbiosis has given us a chance where it's a sort of like what should I say now, like wherein it gives a center where you interact with the foreign students, and then when you meet a foreign students, the students just now are the leaders tomorrow. As a result of which we get so many interaction, and then really it will promote international peace and security.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a great time. Thank you.
Welcome to this campus. So firstly, sir, how do you like the overall experience out here?
I think it's been a fantastic experience. I would say that amongst all the universities which I have visited, as far as the internationalization is concerned, I think I can see that this university is miles ahead of the others. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, regarding the conference that's going on, so how much do you think it's significant in the modern era and for the students who are out here present today?
Well, internationalization is very important because without that, I think the ranking of the universities itself would remain stagnant. This is one of the reasons why Indian universities do not rank in the top 200 universities of the world, because we do not have a foreign student presence in our universities. So it's very important to have students from all over the world.
Thank you so much for talking with us, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's such a wonderful thing to have you here at Symbiosis. So what are your experiences?
I am really delighted to be here for two reasons. One was the conference, and the second, meeting you, I must say.
Yeah.
After our days in Micah. I think this meeting here is a tribute to the vision of Professor Mozumdar, because international relations is, or now it's called IR, in fact, is something that is not given sufficient attention to. I have attended only a part of this morning's session, but what to me was a total revelation was the extent to which India is contributing in development partnership. We no longer call it aid, we no longer even call it assistance. It is now development cooperation and development partnership. And the extent of India's partnership with countries around the Indian Ocean is not only substantial, but makes one very proud.
Thank you, Jas.
Sir, so this is the first time you have come to Symbiosis campus here?
Yeah,
so
my very first time.
Very first time. So how is your experience of this Symbiosis campus?
Well, to tell the truth, I did not expect to visit such a... I find that the place is nice, it's large, and I did like it, to make it... to summarize my feelings. And I'm happy that I had the opportunity of visiting this campus, and I hope I will have other opportunities to come here again, you know.
This international conference, according to you, how significant or how influential it will be for the days to come?
I don't know how influential it will be, but I know that it is a very interesting conference. Just before being invited here, I was in my own personal research, trying to see how we can strengthen the relations between India and Africa. And I don't know how it happened that they invited me to come here, so I'm so happy to be here, because it is a big opportunity for me to advocate this strengthening, which is very, very, very important to me. And during the presentations, they insisted that South-South cooperation is much more beneficial to our countries than North-South cooperation. And countries like Senegal have given too much to North-South cooperation. It is time to change the trend, and India is a big power in South countries and is a very interesting partner for countries like Senegal, which are democratic countries and trying to get out of.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope you have a great time. Yeah. Thank you.
How was your experience in today's conference?
I think the issues are very complicated, and I think the fact that India is now expanding the development cooperation, it's important that Symbiosis has taken this lead from a private university. So none of the traditional universities, I would have expected JNU or Delhi University to have played this role. So that way it was very enlightening and very enriching. I hope this continues in days to come, and it reminds me of my teaching days at Yale University when I was teaching economics there, and I find this quite enlightening, and I see faculty and students very well informed. So I look forward for interacting more on this. Yeah.
So is this your first time here?
Yes, this is my first visit.
So how do you like the campus?
I haven't seen the campus. Actually, I straight away came to the meeting. Yeah. Thank you.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do you like the campus?
Well, I think the visit to Symbiosis was invigorating. The campus was really something worthwhile for other universities to emulate. More important, I enjoyed the interaction with the students, all bright kids.
So, sir, what do you think the conference has in terms of its delegates?
Look, I think this conference was extremely useful. You got delegates from the Arab Gulf states, you got delegates from Africa, and they are major and important partners for us, because from the Gulf we get our oil, 6 million Indians live there, and you have very friendly relations. And in Africa, particularly the east coast of Africa, we've had a very natural and old relationship. And in today's world, what matters is not politics but economics. The business of every country should be business. And that's what we're doing. I think this sort of conference is very good. Let's have it more often.
Thank you so much.
So firstly, is this your first visit to our campus?
I am the chairman of the Symbiosis board. I've come here several times. In fact, I was here long before this was constructed to do the construction monitoring and all that. So, no, the short answer is no, it's not my first visit.
So regarding the convention today, how do you feel it's going to benefit the students or the international students who are present out here? Like the significance of this conference?
One of the first things that I have wanted to do in this seminar is successful now, I think, was to bring the international relations issue out of Delhi into other parts of the country. And Pune was the first one in which we have brought the conference and a whole lot of important international personalities to speak here. So I believe that once you concentrate on international relations coming into the university campuses, it's bound to benefit students because they are not just learning theory, they are also interacting with people who are practitioners of international relations.
So, and your experience for the whole day, sir?
No, I have been busy for a long time on this conference, and ever since this morning I have been bringing I was with the Vice President, I brought the Vice President, we'll now go and meet the President of Afghanistan, etc. So I have really had no time to go out anywhere this time. So the question of experience is one of the things that we want to conduct it so well that over a period of time we can repeat this every year, a conference that is out of Delhi but in parts of India which also matter very much in terms of providing or contributing to international relations.
Thank you so much for talking to us, sir.
So far, and we hope to have much more interesting interactions over the course of today and tomorrow. And it's really a fantastic initiative which was conceived and we are trying to put it through now. And we intend to hold similar or better initiatives every year. So which will really be wonderful.